Effective Assessment in an Integrated Curriculum by Olivia Jones. So I'm not going to read that out to you because I'm sure you're very familiar with it already. So yes, I believe it is more important to focus on the identification of common concepts and skills rather than that of content knowledge. Skills and concepts have a more meaningful and lasting effect on student learning. Skills and concepts assist students in dealing with real-life issues and problems. However, I still believe that content knowledge is an imperative part of student learning, and I think that content knowledge must be simultaneously incorporated within integrated curriculum design and assessment regimes. So here's just having a closer look at content knowledge and concept and skills. That's just defining them there for you. I'm not going to read them out. So what is an integrated curriculum? So an integrated curriculum looks at the building of student learning activities. It helps students to recognise or create their own learning and guide their own learning. It involves the organising of curriculum around significant worldly problems and themes. The overall aim of an integrated curriculum is to enhance student personal and social integration. An integrated curriculum is without regard for subject area lines, and it reflects its thick ethical principles. So some advantages: student-centred, students direct their own learning, it's more relevant and meaningful. Some disadvantages are time management, and it's difficult to see the parameters in integrated curriculum when assessing. So here is an example of an integrated curriculum that I have designed. So you have the 1 unit idea. For example, it's how can I become a good citizen, and here's how you can bring in all those subjects: English, history, geography and politics. So here's a good quote here, which I really liked. I thought it really showed why we should have an integrated curriculum. So what is a multidisciplinary model? A multidisciplinary model involves the arrangement of subject areas with the removal of perceived overlaps in subject matter. So it's domain-based, it has thin ethical principles, subject-centred focus, and reflects the current Australian curriculum, and that all subjects are taught in a standalone manner. Although in recent Australian curriculum documents, they've got the incorporation of the cross-curriculum priorities, which are a step towards a integrated curriculum. So some advantages: subject-specific, tightly controlled content. Disadvantages: excludes input from students. It's subject-centred rather than student-centred, and can lead to identification of content knowledge and no further exploration of skills and concepts to the wider world. So why assessing skills and concepts are more important than content knowledge in an integrated curriculum? So content knowledge is easily retained but has little significance on long-lasting learning. Students need skills and capabilities to deal with real-life scenarios and worldly issues. Students need to apply critical thinking and problem-solving to live and prosper in life. Skills and concepts have a more effective and long-lasting effect on the learning process. Skills and concepts are more relatable and meaningful for students. Studies have documented that better transfer of learning occurs when higher order thinking skills are embedded in subject matter. And teaching concepts in real-world programs is a better way to produce long-term learning than teaching facts and rules. So that all came out of Drake and Van Tassel, Basker and Wood. Effective assessment, what does it look like? It is a combination of 3 overarching purposes: for learning, as learning and of learning. And for an assessment piece to be effective, it must adhere to all the principles of assessment just there. So assessment regimes within an integrated curriculum, what are some limitations? So standardised testing is a limitation in an integrated curriculum as it is limited in its scope. It assesses content knowledge and ability to recall facts and information rather than that of identification of skills and concepts, which are a fundamental aspect of an integrated curriculum. So it's narrow in its evaluation of student learning and as a result narrow in its findings. Another thing which is a limitation of an integrated curriculum is the clarity of objectives. So it's hard to see the parameters in it, and the combination of disciplines and overall objectives may become intertwined and difficult to define as a result. So assessment in an integrated curriculum must allow for the identification of skills, concepts, beliefs, attitudes and values, allow for the identification of content knowledge, be wider in its assessing, must be valid, reliable and fair, clearly define its purposes and objectives for both the teacher and students, must adhere to the principles of effective assessment and comprise of all elements of assessment. And just in conclusion, yes, I think that skills, concepts and capabilities are most important when assessing an integrated curriculum, but it is also very important to incorporate the content knowledge at the same time. Thank you for listening.